comment, subscribe. It'll make me happy.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to Ain't No Bassmaster. So today I'm going to tackle a project I've been wanting to tackle for a while, and that is I'm going to add a battery kill switch to my boat. And I've been wanting to do this for several reasons. I guess first of all, it provides a level of convenience for you if you ever need to work on anything electrical, like a particular accessory or something like that on your boat. With a master kill switch, you can just go ahead and flip that and kill the entire circuit on your boat and everything that's connected to it. And the other reason I just wanted to do it is for a matter of safety. So, having a gas tank and a battery in the back of the boat together, if there's ever an emergency or something like that, I definitely need to be able to just quickly shut off the power before something, truly disastrous happens. So anyway, for this project, there's not a whole lot you need. You're going to need a power drill. You're going to need a drill bit set. You're going to need a battery kill switch, and this is a Blue Seas M Series battery switch. It's for a single circuit. I picked this up at West Marine, which is just the local marine store in my area. You can pick them up anywhere. You can get them off of Amazon. And they come in, like I said, this is a single circuit. They come in different models for 1, 2, multiple circuits. So you'll need that. Unfortunately, at least for this particular model, it doesn't come with the screws you need. So it does tell you that you need number 10 screws. So I had to pick up, a couple packs of these, sheet metal screws here. And I figured out that I needed 3-inch long screws to be able to have a good amount of screw to get bite into the surface that I'll be screwing it into. And the last thing you're going to need is a battery cable, and this is a 4-gauge battery cable. You can use 2-gauge if you want to. You probably want at least a 4-gauge battery cable. And then, of course, the other thing you're going to need, and I don't have it out here with me right now, is you're going to need a wrench, like 3/8 or 1/2 inch, whatever the lug is on your particular battery. So moving over here to where I'm going to install my switch, where I have my, cranking and accessories battery. Well, first of all, you can see over here to the right, that's where, I haven't installed it yet, but that's where my 6-gallon portable gas tank goes. So you can see it's pretty close to the, to the battery here. So that just kind of, that honestly has really freaked me out, that the way they designed this boat, that the gas tank and the house battery are so close to each other. And I don't know why, but for whatever reason, Tracker just, and maybe it's this way for all boat manufacturers, I don't know, but for whatever reason, Tracker didn't bother to build in like a master kill switch into the electrical system into this boat. So that's what I'm going to do today. I guess first things first, you can see right here, I've sort of pre-prepared a spot to install the switch. I've got an aluminum boat, and also right here is a hinge where this lid closes down and it becomes part of the back decking floor. So it's possible maybe in a real heavy rain some water may drip down in there through the seam of the hinge, and you know, word on the street is that electricity and water don't go well together. So I just wanted, you know, because of that, and because of the fact that I have an aluminum boat, I just really wanted to create a good amount of separation between the kill switch itself and the electrical wiring coming in, and the boat. So I will be installing the kill switch onto that white mounting plate you can see that I've already installed onto the boat. So looking over here at my battery, you can see I've got a mess of cables, and typically what I used to just do was, most of the cables I would just either hook the cable, you know, one cable up to the positive terminal and the negative terminal, and just stack them up. For my depth finders, I did buy these. These are, there's a black one around here somewhere. Here's the negative one. These are a Blue Seas terminal bus bar. So basically you can connect a couple, you can see I've got 2 on here. I think it holds up to a total of 4. You can just connect these directly to the terminal, and then you run your accessory wires to the bus bar itself. So for this project, I'm going to be keeping the positive bus terminal. That's going to get connected to the positive terminal of the battery eventually, but I'm going to be cutting out the negative bus bar here, because all these wires are going to be running to my kill switch, and that brings me to the other point. I guess you need to decide whether or not you want to wire your kill switch on the negative side or the positive side. I did, you know, some research on it, and basically what I found out was, you know, it's a matter of preference, and there are advantages and disadvantages to both. And the advantage with switching it on the negative side is that you eliminate the potential for sparks when the circuit is turned on. And, you know, like I said, considering that this battery is going to be so close to the portable gas tank that'll be over there, sparks are definitely something I want to keep out of the equation. All right, so here's my switch, and what I did was I basically I took a piece of paper and you know, outlined the switch, and then with a nail, you know, I punched through where the screw holes would be. So this is basically like a template for me to go ahead and create the pilot holes over here. So I can just like line this up on here with, you know, my Sharpie, and just mark where the holes will be to drill for this, and then just go ahead and drill. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Just try to get this on here the way I am going to want it. Which is right about there. Go ahead and mark these holes, and get my last one. All right, and I'm going to use a drill bit that's actually a little bit smaller than the screws itself, because this material here is actually, it's a PVC material. It was like leftover PVC trim I had, so it's a little bit softer than, you know, if I was drilling into wood. All right, here we go. All right, so now I have my holes drilled, so I'll be able to install this switch right here like that. So the next thing you want to do is this switch actually just the face of it pulls off, and you know, you can turn this piece any particular way depending on how you want the wires to come out. So basically I'm going to want the wires to come up through the bottom, so you know, this part will get installed down here so that the input and output wires go down. So if you look on the back of the switch, and I don't know how easy it is to see, one of these bolts is labeled input and the other is labeled output. So basically what I need to do now is this battery cable that I bought is going to get connected to the input right here, the input side of the switch, and then of course the other end of the battery cable terminal will also get connected to the negative terminal on my battery right here. And then for all the other wires that I have, the negative wires, so I've got, you know, a negative coming from my motor, this negative, I forget which one this is for, and then these two negatives on this old negative bus here, those are all going to get connected on the other side of the switch here, on this bolt that is labeled output. So I'm going to go ahead and start that now. All right, welcome back. I ran into a little snafu here that, you know, ended up turning this project into instead of a Sunday evening project out here in the cold and snow flurries, it turned it into a multiple evening project when I could find some time. And part of the problem was, so if you look at this bus bar, this is the negative bus bar I used to have. You'll notice that the ring terminals here are pretty small, whereas on my kill switch here, it's got a 3/8 inch terminal here. So the first thing was I ended up having to put some new ring terminal connectors on a number of wires here, you know, in order so that they would fit onto the back of the kill switch. And then the other thing, and I had a suspicion this might be a problem, but I didn't think it would be as big as a problem as it turned out to be. And that is, you can see trying to cram all of these wires onto here. So there's 4 wires, you know, there's 2 for the sonar units, there's 1 for the engine starter, and I forget what the other one is. It's whatever the negative side of this sucker is. So, you know, it really was difficult trying to get all these to fit in here neatly. And I had thought about it before that, you know, probably what I just need to do is put these on a negative bus bar, and then connect that negative bus bar to, you know, the output terminal here. But again, you know, with the limited room that I have here, and the fact that I have aluminum boat, at this point I just really didn't feel like I had any place where I'd feel comfortable installing a bus bar. So I just went ahead and I attached it to here, but it you know, maybe in the future I need to revisit that again. So at this point I'm pretty much ready to put the back plate onto here. So, you know, it's it just snaps onto there. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to screw this in to my, you know, install mount area that I placed here. So I've got my 4 screws, you know, 3 inch. So let me just go ahead, put 1, 2, 3. Oh, I have an extra screw, I forgot. Better to have an extra one than have enough. And then we'll go ahead and just start to get these all lined up on here. And just go ahead and start to just screw them in. And I'll do opposite corners just to kind of to get it started. Okay, now I've got this screwed in here, mounted on here. It's on here pretty sturdy. Tried not to over tighten it, but who knows. And you know, it's sturdy enough that I can turn this knob from on to off. So obviously I'm going to leave it off. And now all I've got to do is, you know, I've got my leader cable here from the negative. You know, like I said, I'm hooking this switch up on the negative side of the circuit, so I've got that. It'll go to the negative here, obviously, and then I've got this guy. I've got my, I still have my positive bus bar that's got my two, what do you call it, depth finders on it, and then I didn't mention this, but so this is the, you know, my onboard battery charger is installed up front on the bow, and there's an extension cable that runs down the, you know, there's like, luckily there's like a channel that runs down the center of this boat. So that's, you know, previously been run all the way down through here. So both, and these are both fused at the positive and the negative. So both of these will get attached to the positive and negative terminal of the battery, because the battery, the onboard battery charger itself isn't going to be switched. You know, so if I were to cut off this circuit, if I plug in my onboard battery charger, I can still go ahead and charge his battery, but I don't have to worry about any of the attached accessories or anything, you know, drawing a short amount of electricity from the battery. So I'm going to go ahead and hook this stuff up. Okay, so there we go. Everything is hooked up now to the battery and, of course, to the kill switch. Quite sloppily on the battery, I might add. I just wanted to get it, you know, hooked up just to test it out, and then I can go back and make everything a little bit neater. All right, so the switch is on the off position right now. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it to on. Nothing appears to happen, which in this case, that's good, because that means nothing's going to blow up on me or anything. All right, so let's go over to the depth finder now, my console depth finder. and let's go ahead and see if this thing will fire up. All right, so it looks like we have electricity to my console depth finder, so that's a good sign. So we'll just go ahead and let this thing power up all the way, and then we'll hit the kill switch and verify that it in fact cut off power to everything just by checking this out again. Okay, gonna accept. All right, it's hard to see, but the depth finder is running. So let me just go back over here. All right, here we are back at the kill switch. Hard to see. I'm gonna go ahead and flip it to off. And we're gonna run back over to the sonar unit here, and now you can kind of see, I'm pressing buttons on the sonar unit and it's not doing anything. The screen is blank. Pressing the power button to turn it on, and of course it's not turning on. So there you go. It looks like it is operating as intended. All right, well, there it is, the installation of my battery kill switch. Everything worked out. There were some lessons learned, I guess, in the process of it, but, doing projects like these, a lot of time it's, learn as you go along type thing. Anyway, I will link any of the products that I mentioned or in fact use in the description of this video. As well as if I can find it again, there's a good description of what the advantages and disadvantages are of switching your circuit on the positive side versus the negative side. Anyway, I hope you guys found this video useful, and hopefully at this point I'm now ready to take this damn boat out and try to catch some fish. Hopefully the weather's going to get warm pretty soon. So anyway, thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you guys soon from the lake somewhere catching some bass. But we'll see, because, I ain't no bass master. All right, till next time, take care.